Morning, everybody. Here in North Carolina, and I'm at a waterfall here called Looking Glass Falls. As you can see right behind me, might be a little hard to hear because the flow of the water is very loud here, but it's a really beautiful waterfall. And here with Alex, we're exploring the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So this is a waterfall that's right off the road where you can just kind of pull over and check it out. Right here is some set of stairs. If you go up these stairs, that's where the main road is, right up there, where you can just park your car and walk down here. It's a nice view of the waterfall up there too, which I'll show you in a minute. But we walk down the stairs, and then right down here is a little viewing point of the amazing waterfall here.
You can see people down here too.
And yeah, so as you can see, there's some people that are down there. So this pathway takes you down towards the bottom here. You can get a nice view right from the bottom. You might even be able to go swimming down there too. I haven't seen anyone go swimming in there yet. I'm sure the water's kind of cold. It is a little cold here in the morning. It's about the end of September, like September 28th or so. So let's go ahead and explore this area here. See if we can get a good look at this waterfall from down below. Let's go. And you can see there's a lot of people here. It's a pretty popular tourist destination. So you are going to see a lot of people checking out the waterfall. It's a Saturday morning here, about 10:30, 11 a.m. So being that it is a weekend, you're going to see a lot of people here. But let's see if we can get down towards the rocks.
You got it.
Alright guys, we're going to see if we can get a close-up view here. The rocks are a little slippery, so you got to be a little careful. All right, here we go, guys. Made it down to the bottom, and you can feel the mist coming right off from the waterfall. Really, really cool. It's pretty cold down here. The water is pretty chilly. A little too cold for me, so I want to go for a swim in. But look how beautiful this thing is. There's so much wind and mist coming off from the waterfall that it's kind of blocking the view of the GoPro, so I do apologize for that, but let me see if I can fix that for you. And there's a river that comes down through there. But yeah, the footage isn't coming out really well because of all this mist that's coming down. So I'm gonna try to go back up and get some footage from the top there and show you what that looks like. Okay guys, so that water is pretty cold down there. Hands are getting a little numb from the coldness. Alright guys, so we're back here at the top of the viewpoint, and behind me we got the Looking Glass Waterfall. Really beautiful sight. So if you're here in the Great Smoky Mountains, it's about 45 minutes from Asheville. I believe it's a little bit south of Asheville. So if you're around the area, it's a great place to make a stop at and take in the beautiful sight of the waterfall. So we're gonna head back into the car. As you can see, there's a whole line of cars here where you can just kind of park and take in the view. So you really don't even have to do any hiking to see this. But we're gonna hop back in the car and hit the road and go to our next destination. So see you there, and see you later, and see you in the next adventure. Alright guys, so we are here on the hunt for another waterfall. Here we're in the Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina, and this is a trail that we're on called the Morse Cove Trail. And this trail leads you to a waterfall called I believe it's called the Morse Cove Waterfall. It's a short hike, not exactly sure how many miles. I think it's only like a mile or two. It's kind of a busy trail, especially on the weekends here. It's a Saturday, and a lot of cars are parked at the trailhead. You can actually see them from here where we're at. See all these cars lined up right here. So I'm sure once we get to the waterfall, there'll probably be quite a few people there taking in the views. But we'll see. We are on the way. It's a nice trail already so far. Very shaded. See these huge trees. It's the end of September right now, about September, I think it's like 28th, or I can actually tell you exactly what day it is right now. The 24th. It's Saturday, September 24th. So all the trees here still have their leaves on them, so it's very green here, very nice and shaded. And then to the right, there's a creek or a river that runs right along the trail, so it's provides some nice sounds while you're hiking. But yeah, let's continue on this trail and see what's along it. So there's a pretty cool rock formation to the left here along the trail. Big rock is sticking out. Pretty cool sight. Makes for some good photo opportunities. But as I said, the trail's pretty busy, so on a weekend like this in September, when the weather's really nice and cool, not too cold, not too hot, especially, it's actually like 12 o'clock, 12:30 p.m., and I mean, the weather's like perfect right now for hiking. So you're probably going to see a lot of people on the trail, doing the photos and hiking and things like that. So it does take away from the experience a little bit. A lot of, little kids, you'll hear yelling and stuff. So, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Looks like we're getting up higher in elevation here. Alright guys, so we are here at Morse Cove Falls. As you can see behind me, this is it right here. Quite a few people here admiring the views, as I figured there would be. But it's not as big of a waterfall as the previous one that we went to, the Looking Glass Falls. which is about a 10-minute drive from this waterfall. So if you're in the area, you can actually go to both of them. They're both very close to each other within driving distance, about 10 minutes. And the hike was probably about like maybe a mile or so, so you get to the actual waterfall from the trailhead. But pretty cool nonetheless. This one has more of like a cave, like a cavern sort of view to it. And you can actually go down here and get a nice view from the bottom, or you can even go up there into the cavern and kind of walk around in that area there. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is get a nice little view from the bottom, and then we'll check out the cave system there. Let's go. Alright guys, so here's the Cove Falls from a look on the bottom here. And it's pretty high up. Not really sure how high it is, but really beautiful sight here. And then it flows out into a creek that runs along the trail down there. Yep, so that's Cove Falls, and we might take a look into the cavern there, see what that looks like, and then probably start heading back. So let's go take a look. All right, guys, so we are in the cavern system of the Cove Falls. Pretty cool views from up in here. Really nice and cool in here. These huge rock formations here. Pretty picturesque view. You can definitely hang out here all day if I wanted to, but definitely want to keep doing some more exploring. So I'll just give you a little look of this part, and you can actually go all the way across to the other side there. Got a nice field, nice cool mountain water coming straight from the waterfall. But that pretty much, let me fix my camera here. That's pretty much going to sum it up for the Cove Falls. We're going to get ready to hike back down to the trailhead and move on to our next destination. So hope you enjoyed the Cove Falls. What's up, everybody? So here with Alex, and we are at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. We just got to a place called Cosby Campground. So it's a designated campground here in the Great Smoky Mountains. We're not camping here, but we just came here to do a little bit of a hiking trail here. So this trail that we're gonna go on is called Gabe's Mountain Trail, and there's a waterfall in along this trail about 2.1 miles in called Hen Wallow Falls. So we're gonna try to make it out to this waterfall if we have time. We already did some hiking earlier today, so this is kind of like our second hike of the day. So we'll see if we have the legs to do it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this hike started, and we'll bring you along. All right. So Cosby Campground is, I think it's about an hour and a half from Gatlinburg. We just came from Asheville, North Carolina. We're heading into Gatlinburg, and this was kind of a halfway stop, if you will, along the way. So we decided to check that out. It's about 2:30 p.m. right now on a Saturday in September 24th, I believe it is. The weather's really, really nice right now. Nice cool air. I want to say it's probably in the mid to upper 60s. So it definitely is going to cool down a lot more at nighttime, but right now this is like perfect weather for hiking. There's really no humidity right now, so you can hike for a while without breaking too much of a sweat. But we're just getting started on this hike. We'll see how far we can go. Not sure if we'll be able to make it to the waterfall, but we'll see what happens. Let's go. Alright guys, about to cross this bridge here, but before we do that, I just want to show you our first sign of wildlife that we see on this trail. Hopefully I can get you a good shot of this. But got ourselves a pretty big snake here, slithering around. I'm not sure if you can see some of it, but there he is right there. Coming up. Trying to be careful not to scare him. It's probably about a good 5 feet. Some sort of black snake. I'm not sure what kind of snake that is. If anybody knows, feel free to comment down below in the comment section. Pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can get some closer shots with my iPhone, and then we'll keep going, see what else we can find. Alright guys, so a little update for you here. We actually decided to head back to the trailhead only because we're kind of getting pressed for time here. It's starting to get later in the day. We need to make it over to Gatlinburg. But we did speak to a couple people that were also hiking on the trail that were coming back from the waterfall, the Hen Wallow Falls, and they said that there really wasn't much of a water flow for the waterfall. So we just decided that it may not be worth going over there because we still had like another mile and a half to go from where we were, and we'd have to hike all the way back, which would be like another 2 miles, maybe even more. So we really starting to run out of time. We just decided to head back. But a little bit about the trail here. It's a really nice trail. A lot of shade with these big trees, especially during this time of the year. In September, the trees still have their leaves on them. As far as how difficult it is, I'd probably say that it's moderate. There are quite a few rocks and roots that you have to look out for when you're walking. There is a bit of a ascent as well. It's not too steep, but there are some places where you can definitely feel it in your legs going up. Right now we are descending. We're going back down towards the trailhead. But overall, it's a really nice trail. We did see a few people on it. Not as busy as the other trails that we went on with the other waterfalls. This one's definitely a lot quieter, further away from any like main roads and things like that. Not as many people on it, not as many kids, things like that. Definitely feel like you're secluded and out in nature, and very quiet out here. And there's a couple of different rivers and streams that run along the trail too that you'll hear as you're hiking. But let's keep going. Alright guys, so we made it back to the main road where the trailhead starts, which is right there. So we are back here at the Cosby Campground picnic area here, where you can actually park your car and walk over to the trailhead, which is a very short walk right over there. So that kind of sums it up for our hike here. We didn't get to finish the whole thing, but we'll come back on another day when we have a full day ahead of us and see the waterfall another time. And we'll see you in the next adventure. All right.